Hello, it's Terry from Terry's Teeny Tiny Room with an update on what I've been doing. Well, I haven't been doing much, but we did have the floors finished, so all the new tiles are in. Unfortunately, it's not the color I thought it was. In the store, it looked more gray. In the room, could be the lighting, I don't know. It looks more brown gray. And it does not go with the desk, which is more green gray. There are so many different colors of gray, you would not believe it. It's really quite annoying trying to figure out which gray you want. Somebody said, oh, just paint the whole thing white. But I'm like, no, my calyx is already white. I put more white in here and it's going to get really dull, no color. So I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that. But I suppose we'll find out how it's going to look once we put the primer on those cabinets. I got all the shiny stuff off, so they're ready to be primed. The only problem is I am going to have to take every single thing out of those cabinets in order to do that. You know how annoying that's going to be? What room am I going to put that stuff in? I already have all my calyxes and everything inside of the spare room. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But my husband's going to be so thrilled to have to repaint my desk. But he did put in the baseboards. He did a really good job. All nice. But you know, another thing, you just never know how uneven your floor is until you put regular tile in here. With the linoleum, you just didn't notice it. But with the tile, it's a lot more noticeable. But, you know, I have so much stuff that's going to be covering all the walls and the floors and stuff like that. You won't even notice. So, we got to get that done. Get the painting done. I did reorganize those shelves. I know you can't tell it, but I did. I know my friend Lynette would say, get rid of everything on the top shelf. I'll see if I can reorganize, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's that. And then we'll see how it looks. I mean, because they're going to be white for the prime, so we'll see if it looks just too white with that on her. I don't know. But then I have to get a new office chair. So I went to Staples the other day. I must have sat on at least 25 chairs. And there is a difference in chairs. You want to get one that goes up to the back of your leg, your back of where your knee is at, because it gives your leg more comfort rather than a shorter chair that goes more towards your butt. Those just aren't very comfortable. If you're going to sit there for long periods of time, you want a comfortable chair. And also, I found that I like the ones where the arms go up, because if you get working on something and you want to get really close to it, you can't do that with the arms. So if you pull the arms up out of the way, you can get closer. So I'm like that one too. So I found 3 that were actually within my budget, because I am on a budget, and that I could actually move the arms. I think one of them, the arms didn't move, but it was still a nice chair. And then once I get the chair, then I have to get rugs, because I don't want to mess up the floor. And so I want to put a rug down there, and then put a runner over here on this side from that door over to that door. And that is 9 feet. I can go 8 feet, because I mean, it's a half a foot on each side. You don't step right on it when you step in, so that'll work out okay. But with getting these floors and the tiles on here, one thing I've noticed, when we had the linoleum, I didn't notice all the, lint and that on the floor. Now I notice every single little thing. I'm like, oh, where's that broom? I gotta sweep the floor again. So hopefully, maybe the rugs will alleviate a little bit of that problem. And then, because I can't work in here because my stuff isn't in here, I have been so bored. So I went today into the spare room where I have all my stuff, but the problem is my good paper is in totes. And then I have stuff sitting on the totes. So I'm like, that's a lot of work to have to get all that stuff out in order to work on stuff. But I had some old paper. I mean, we're talking really old. So I'm like, I'll just make some stuff with that. So I made some cute little baskets. And I made a bunch of leaves. Oh, pumpkins. I have to finish those. The ladybugs. I might stick the ladybugs on cards and mail them up to my grandchildren for Valentine's Day. Made some leaves. Oh, what is this? Oh, I made a tree. Then driftwood. I made some driftwood. Where's it at? Right here underneath. That brown thing is driftwood. Oh, that's cute. I don't know what I'm going to put it on yet. Because I can't work on anything because everything's in boxes. So it's just really annoying. And then my sister told me about Temu because I recently became a demonstrator for Stampin' Up. I like the dies. I have some of the stamps also, but coloring's not my thing. So I don't have that many stamps. I mean, if it goes with the die, then yeah, I get the stamp. But just on a normal thing, I don't just run out and buy stamps. I don't color. So she told me about Temu, and she said, because I was buying some of my dies on Amazon. She says, you can get them for a lot less expensive on Temu. So I went there and I looked and I'm like, she's right, you can. I mean, it might be a couple dollars less than Amazon. But they had some older things like this one right here. Well, you can't tell what that is. But I have the paper for that from Stampin' Up. And I found the dies and the stamps on Temu. I'm like, ooh, I might get that. See if I can make something for my newest granddaughter. And send that out to her in the mail. She's only one. She's not going to know anything yet. But one day, she'll say, oh, look, did my Grammy make that for me? And I will say, yes, she did. So that's about it. The Adventures of Terry in her teeny tiny room. Hopefully we can get this done. I wanted to have my little side table over here done, but one of the guys I asked, he says you need a certain type of bit to make the little design on the side, and he doesn't have that. But there's another friend we know who might. So I'm going to show him the project and see if he can help me out. Because there's so many things to do still. I still have to put that other little piece of pegboard behind here so I can hang up that basket. Hopefully, though, I'm hoping I got to start using up the paper that I have, because you can't buy more if you have too much and you're not using it. So I really have to start getting busy and working on my layouts. So yeah, I don't sell anything. So I am a demonstrator for Stampin' Up, but I don't sell anything. I buy, but I don't sell. But if you want to know anything when I get busy again with stuff, if you have any questions, or if you think the cabinet will look better in white, leave me a comment. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. But if you don't mind, if you're watching my little video, if you would please give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate every single 46 of you. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. And I would appreciate it. Well, that's the end of Terry's teeny tiny room for today. I don't think I can tell you anything else. Hopefully next time I make a video, I'll have my new chair, my new rugs, and all my calyxes and my stuff back in here. So I can be back getting busy doing stuff. All right? Well, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.